Hi, welcome back to Chapter 11 of The Umbrella Girls. Once again, just a quick reminder, we're on all the platforms, Spotify, Podbean, Apple and Amazon, and we're also now on YouTube. So just put into YouTube, just search The Umbrella Girls and you'll find us there. And our website is www.theumbrellagirls.ie. And we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of The Umbrella Girls and the Three People. Girls, dinner is ready. JoJo mum shouted up the stairs and waited for an answer. And when she heard none, she called up again, even louder. But she still didn't get any answer. Tom, are the girls still in the garden? She asked JoJo's dad, who was trying to put away more of the moving boxes. I never saw them come in, he said, and then added, I will check and see if they're still out there. Okay, thanks, because the food is ready and I don't want it getting cold, JoJo's mum added. Just as Tom was starting to pull on his wellies, a scream came from upstairs. He knew the voice belonged to his mum and he ran up the stairs, taking the steps two at a time. And when he was nearly halfway up, he saw his mother sitting on the top step, with her head in her hands, shaking back and forth. Mum, what is the matter? He asked as he gave his mum a quick once-over to see if there was any evidence of her falling. But there was no cuts or any sign of any fall. What happened? He asked again as she looked at him with anguish in her eyes. It's gone! It's gone! She said as the tears started to flow. What's gone, Mum? What's gone? He asked her, trying to figure it out. He was not sure if she was having one of her episodes again, or was she actually in the real world this time. She turned and pointed at the hot press door, which was open, and said again, It's gone! It's gone! Go look! It's gone! Tom, is your mum okay? JoJo's mum said as she reached where Tom's mum was sitting on the stairs. I think so, he said as he walked into the hot press and looked all around. He could see nothing wrong as he looked at the shelves, and only as he began to leave the little room did he notice the gravel on the ground. And then he looked all around to see where had that gravel come from. And then he noticed a hole in the wall above him. Using one of the shelves as a step, he pushed himself up and looked around, and he put his hand in the hole and felt nothing. And suddenly he realized he should have been feeling something. He got back down and went over to his mum. Mum, was that where Dad hid the journal? He asked. It's gone, it's gone, she repeated and put her head back into her hands and started to rock back and forwards again. Tom, what's going on? JoJo's mum asked, confused and starting to worry. I need to check outside and find the girls, he said as he rushed down the stairs and headed out to the back garden without even stopping to put the wellies on this time. JoJo, where are you? He shouted as he ran, and he called out again. JoJo, Anna, Sam, Kay, where are you? Answer me. But no answer came back, and fear and worry started to pain his whole body. JoJo, this is not funny. Where are you? He shouted again as he arrived at the spot where the great tree that was pictured in the journal stood. He could see the newly broken branches on the ground. Girls, can you hear me? He shouted again, but he knew he was wasting his time. Christ, was all he could say as he looked all around, hoping for a miracle that he knew was never going to arrive. He walked back to the kitchen with his head low, trying to figure out what to do next. And as he entered the kitchen, his mother was there, walking around in circles. But she stopped as soon as she saw Tom. JoJo's mum gave her husband a look that said, What is happening? Are they gone? Are they gone? Tom's mother asked him. JoJo's mum was looking more confused and getting more worried by the second as she looked from her husband to his mum. "What are you talking about?" she asked Tom's mum, and then turned to Tom. "Tom, what's going on?" "Where are the girls?" she said, looking over his shoulder, expecting them to be following him. But they weren't. "I think they're gone to Venita," Tom said as he sat down on the nearest chair. And with that, JoJo's mum took out her phone and started to check Google Maps. "How would you spell Venita? Is it far from here?" she said to Tom as she typed in the name she'd just heard. "No, it's not here," Tom's mum said. "I know it's not here. Well, it must be nearby. Though I've never heard of it. Is it the name of a house nearby, Tom?" she asked, because she was not expecting to get any meaningful answer from Tom's mum. "Honey, it is not near here," Tom said to her, but he was more focused on trying to figure out a way to get the girls back. "Tom, the girls are only in the garden about 20 minutes, so they cannot have gone far," she said, not looking up from her phone. "He is right. It is not near here. It is not here. It is there," Tom's mum said as she looked out of the kitchen window. "What's your mum talking about?" she asked, and then whispered to Tom, "Is she still with us?" "They cannot bring that back there," Tom's mum muttered, and then looked out the window scared. "They cannot bring it back there, Tom. It will happen again," she cried. "Tom, she's starting to scare me now. What is happening, and where is JoJo and the other girls?" JoJo's mum asked as she moved closer to Tom. "She's telling you the girls must have found the old journal somehow and brought it back to Venita," Tom explained in a manner as if his wife should know what he was talking about. "What journal? Tom, what the hell are you talking about? You're starting to talk rubbish like your mum. I just want to go and get the girls now," JoJo's mum demanded. "They're gone to Venita. We cannot just go there," Tom explained. "Why not? Don't talk stupid. Let's get the car and go wherever this place Venita is and get the girls," JoJo's mum said as she picked up the keys off the hook near the door. "Venita is not here," Tom said. "What do you mean, it's not here?" JoJo's mum asked, looking completely confused. "Not here being this area?" "You're speaking rubbish," she said. "What are you talking about?" "I mean, it's not here. On Earth. It's not here on Earth. It's in a different place," he tried to explain to his wife, who was looking more and more confused by the minute. "Jesus, Tom, the two journals will be in the same place. That is not good. It's not good at all," Tom's mum interrupted. "I know, Mum, I know," Tom told her. "If the last journal is found and the three of them are in the same place, it'll be all over, Tom. She'll come here. She will. She will come here. And everything will change, Tom. Everything will change. She can't come here, Tom. She can't." "Tom, what the hell is going on? You're really starting to scare me. Where is my daughter?" Tom's wife shouted to him as if she was trying to control her temper. "And who is she that cannot come here?" Tom looked at his wife. "JoJo and the girls have gone to Venita, and that place is not in this world. In fact, it's not even in this universe. And she is Her Royal Highness." JoJo's mum just looked at her husband and then at his mum, trying to decide which one was madder than the other. "Right, I'm calling the police to report the girls missing, she said as she clicked the phone icon on her phone. Honey, stop it, Tom demanded. Where the girls are gone, we cannot go. No one can. Because we need a journal to get us there, and they have it. Do you not understand that? He asked. Understand what? That you were trying to explain to me that the girls have vanished to a different world just like that, she shouted back. Tom took a chair and moved it away from the table. Honey, sit down. I need to tell you about some of our family history. JoJo's mum plopped into the seat, exhausted, as if she'd just been out for a run. After about an hour of listening to Tom explain to her about weird places and things, she just sat there when he was finished. So is that what happened to your dad? Is that how he vanished? She asked. Yes, was all Tom said as he looked at his mum. But he never came back, Tom, she said, trying not to scream. Yes, Tom explained, because he did not have the journal to get him back. But they're young girls, Tom. How will they know how to use it? She asked, worried about the possible answer. Tom took hold of his wife's hands. JoJo and the girls are clever, love. They worked out how to get there using the journal. They'll work out how to get back. I promise you, he said. But JoJo's mum's eyes started to fill with tears. Like your dad did 30 years ago? Do we have to wait 30 years to maybe see our daughter again? She cried. Tom had no answer to that. Then Tom's mum shouted as she stared at the wall. Tom, look! It's full tomorrow night. Tom walked over to her. Sorry, Mum. What's full tomorrow night? He asked, confused. Then she pointed at the calendar on the wall. It's a full moon tomorrow night, Tom. It's a full moon. They'll be back then, she said, laughing and smiling. Now what is she talking about? JoJo's mum asked, getting more confused by the minute. Tomorrow night is a full moon, so that's their opportunity for the girls to come back, Tom explained. Okay, and just one question, JoJo's mum asked, looking at Tom. How do the girls know it's a full moon? They will, Tom answered, trying to sound convincing. Okay, and when's the next full moon after that? JoJo's mum asked. A month. A full month's time. Thank you very much for tuning in this week to listen to Chapter 11 of The Umbrella Girls and the Three People. And just a reminder, make sure you hit that follow button and tell all your friends. And we look forward to you listening again next week to Chapter 12 and see what's happening in Veneta with the girls and the old man.